What's up, guys? So I was getting ready to feed my bees and was looking at all my equipment, more or less. It's just a drill to mix up my feed, sugar syrup. I realized that I didn't have my stirring stick, so to speak. It's like a pork meat shredder for pork butts. You can throw a pork butt in a stainless steel bucket, put the attachment in a drill, and just shreds the crap out of it, right? Well, one of my family members borrowed that and forgot about it. So, what does a redneck beekeeper do with duct tape to make something? I present the Spinomatic 5000. You take a piece of butcher steel, chuck it into your drill, complete. Find a spoon and duct tape it. Voila, let's do this. This is 16 pounds of water and 25 pounds of sugar. As you can see, blah, blah, blah. Give or go. And I did use hot water, so hopefully it'll mix up well. It's not quite 2 to 1. It's probably like I would say it's 1.6 to 1 on the ratios. Get that thing down in there. See how this goes. Put the sugar in there first. I usually don't do that, but I wasn't sure if I could get a 25-pound bag of sugar in one of these buckets or not. I may have to take my time with this, I suppose. Put the water in there first next time, I guess. I think it'll help stir it better, but so far, yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's slow her down a little bit. It's definitely not as good as my pork shredder attachment, but I have no idea who has inherited that in the past week or two. And I really need to feed my bees like now because it's going to be nice for a few days. So I'm open feeding the bees I've got at the house right now. They're flying across the backyard to my open feeders. And they're taking down 2 to 1 today because it's 60 degrees and sunny. I've got more bees out in the woods where I go deer hunting. So I wanted to get them fed up. They're a lot heavier than my bees are here at home as far as their food goes, but oh my gosh. I think it'll work. It's just going to be a matter of how patient do I want to be, I guess. I think I may break this in half, put it in 2 different buckets just to get it stirred up good. Usually it takes about 30 to 40 seconds with that other attachment that I have to get it mixed up well with hot water. So it's working. It's just slower. So have some patience with me, please. I just put in my additives. I'm going to put a little bit of protein powder in there too. I put Apis Biologics and then, Honey Be Healthy in there just to give it some scent. So I'm going to do all these and I'll get back with you guys in a second. So it's going a little bit slower than normal, but still. You put the water in first, it helps tremendously. Little tip. So, another thing I've learned too with this setup, once you get it going a little bit, I just dumped the sugar in there a moment ago. Get it kind of working a little bit, and then lift, since I've got that spoon on the end of it, I kind of lift it up for about only the spoon is in there, and it's much less splashy. Kind of acts as a paddle, I guess. Oh yeah. Bees are going to love this stuff. Also, the protein powder is called Mega Bee. I'm not using Ultra B. I'm sure it's all good, but this is the first big. I bought the big 50-pound bag of Mega B a couple months ago just to try it out. I think they like it so far, but I'm going to really find out this coming spring. I'm going to probably make some pollen patties in February, early February, and stick them on the hives and see if I can get them to brood up a little bit faster. That way I can make my splits sooner and in turn more honey during the flow. So we'll see how that does. Last one. This is what I've been doing. Getting the water stirred up with the protein and amino acids and the honey be healthy in there first. Paddle, 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 paddle. Give it a good stirring. It's nice. Let's put you guys down for a minute. Possibly, I might be able to use my phone right here. I'm kind of afraid it might fall in the bucket. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you guys got a little bit of a view there. Obviously, I'm just dumping sugar in here, but I want to get it on camera for you all. Show you how much it fills the bucket up at first. Piles up quite a ways towards the top. 25 pounds does a 5-gallon bucket. Next year I'm going to try and rig something up with a pump so it's a lot easier to mix food. Alright. Get her going again. You'll see the sugar come to the top in a second. It'll kind of change color and turn a little bit more white. Once you start getting it stirred up good. There you go. That's when you know you're getting some mixing. Starts getting that milky kind of lighter color. And then it'll end up clearing up some more once you get it really stirred up. All done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I used 125 pounds of sugar. Each one of these buckets weighs roughly 40 pounds with 16 pounds of water in it. So about 205 pounds of feed altogether, roughly. I've got 10 hives out there. So I'll give them, they're all about the same cluster size. Last time I went out there and was checking them and made that video for you guys, they were about 5 to 8 frames, I'd say, on average, which is good. So they'll find it, and each one of them will bring 15, 20 pounds in or so. Maybe a little bit more on some of the bigger clusters, but they'll last them quite a while. It's almost Christmas time, and they're flying today because it's 60 degrees, so. And we're supposed to have some 70-degree weather next week, which is why I'm not concerned at all about giving them 2 to 1. It's almost 2 to 1, but anyways, I'll see you guys in the woods here in a minute. Almost forgot. This is definitely the maiden voyage of the Spinomatic 5000. My butcher steel. Didn't jack it up much at all on the tip where I chucked it into the drill. Good old duct tape, butcher steel, and a metal spoon. It's my bean spoon for whenever I'm grilling. Hopefully that's the last time I got to use it. I need to go buy one of those paint stirrers just to have as a backup. So anyways, see you guys in a minute. I'll show you guys what my bees are doing here at the house. I ain't going to get very close because they're a bunch. I don't have a veil. And I'm wearing a black shirt. Stay about 40 or 50 feet away. The top's got some protein powder in it. The bottom 2 have feed in it. And that's all 2 to 1. I tried to feed them with buckets like 2 months ago, and they would just not take it down fast enough and put it away. I don't know why. I drilled 8 holes in the plugs on my bucket feeders, and they were eating it, but they just didn't want to put it away in the combs. I don't know why. So I took it off of them probably 2 weeks ago and put it out here, obviously. I think they just want to gather it instead. I don't know what the deal is, but either way, they're going to use it up, which is good. That's a lot of sugar money. So hopefully they'll have that cleaned up here next day or two, put into the combs. All right, y'all. We are in the woods, bee yard out in the timber. There's my open feeders that I made. There's all the ladies' houses over there. And this one here had sugar syrup in it a while back. Both of them actually did, but last time I was out here, I took some protein powder and threw it in here. And they have cleaned it up quite nicely. And they are probably just bored, sick and tired of being stuck inside that box. Now that it's nice and warm, they can get out and fly and do their cleansing flights and everything. So here's the sugar syrup, and dump it in there. All right, got her all dumped in and set them up. I just got boards and sticks in this one, and I just filled this one full of sticks and leaves because I didn't have any more one-by material and scraps to fill it up. So let these girls do their job. That is to make honey, gather nectar, gather pollen, take it home, make more bees. Very good. Leave them be. It is going to be, I'm just going to leave the buckets sideways like this. That way they can clean them up good. Then I might leave them a little bit. I got some protein powder in here. I may leave them a little bit of dry powder, like on the inside of this lid or something. I prop this lid open. That way they can just sneak up in there and it'll stay out of the weather that way. But let's let about 20 pounds to each hive once they get rolling on it. Here's the ornery hive, as I call them. They're not too bad during the flow or whatever, but man, that last time I was out here, I got about this far away from them, and they didn't want nothing to do with me. That was the only hive that came out after me, pretty much, when I was putting that entry reducer on them. The rest of them were all pretty good. So anyways, one of the best things you can do is feed your bees in the winter time, guys, because bees are not cheap. A package of bees is 150 bucks, and that's a cheap package. Nukes are 200. You know, somebody might sell them for 180 or something like that, but you're not going to find any nukes hardly for less than $200. So today we mixed up 125 pounds of sugar in 25-pound bags from Sam's. Those were 17 bucks a bag, so that would be $85. Let's just round up to 90, since I put some additives in there. Even if I spend 100 bucks today feeding my bees, that's a lot cheaper than letting your bees starve throughout the winter. 10 hives is easily $2,000 worth of buying new bees. And you're a lot better off in the spring, whenever you start making splits, to have hives that overwinter, because you can actually make splits, increase your hive count and all that. So hashtag feed your bees, guys. Anyways, I'll catch you all on the next one. See you guys.